Hello and welcome. As you can see behind me on the wall there are two picture hooks. They're quite large. So there's normally two pictures hanging there. There's been a bit of a problem with them. They keep falling off, and the reason they keep falling off is because they're a box type frame. They're quite a deep frame. The hook at the back is set in and won't quite catch on the picture hooks properly. So I've been asked to come up with an idea of how to solve this problem. I've looked at a couple of ways to fix the frames. What we're going to do is put the frame on the bench here. First of all, just going to tighten the back because the back's a bit loose. Then we're going to measure from the top of the frame down the same amount both sides. I'm just thinking of putting this line across roughly where this hanger is. So let's have a look at that first of all. So that hanger is roughly 4 inches down. Actually, to the top of the hanger where that is about 3.5 inches. So let's do that. So what we're going to do is about 3.5 inches both sides. And we're going to fit these in there, which are little plates with a swiveling thing on it, which you can attach to that. And we're going to put those on. Let's have a look at the best way. I would say like that. So they can line off with the top there, and then we can put a screw in there to fix that on our mark just there. So let's have a go at doing that. So I've got some screws. These are 3.5 by 16 mil, so they're tiny little screws, won't go right through the frame. And we're going to be attempting to do this with a battery drill, so we'll hold that in place. Because the frame's nice and soft, this has gone straight in. It's not an issue. We just need to hold that straight. Don't need to overdo it, just need to put that on there. And then do the same on this side. Put it in place. Screw and just put it in place. So having got the little hook plates on, what we're going to do is we're going to use some cable ties, and we're going to put one through and then put one cable tie inside the other. Through, and then we can attach onto that. We're going to get the cable ties so they're the same for both frames. So we want them to hang inside there if we can. Like that. So when we put it on the hook, it's nice and tight in there. These can then be trimmed, and that can be done using a pair of scissors. So we'll just trim those, and we've done. We've got our things there, so that should hang. And if we do the other one exactly the same, they will hang level. So now to do our second picture frame. So exactly the same process. We're ready to hang these now. So what we're going to do is a bit later on we're going to take them up and rehang them in the corridor where they originally came from. So unfortunately they just kept falling down. So they should be a little bit more secure now. Now what we're doing is we're hanging them on both of the cable ties. If you saw it when I did them in the room, I put them on cable ties behind. So both cable ties hooked on, and make sure that's not on the cable ties, is it? Oh, it is. And they should be reasonably level. They're not perfect, but these frames are actually slightly different sizes. There we have it. Okay, there we are. So we have both picture frames up now. Looking a lot better, a lot tidier, and a lot more secure. There we have it. It was a quick, very quick, short video. Just a little bit of an adaptation to some picture frames just to make them a little bit more secure and work better. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.